fans probably potentially being on alcohol with bold statements. Joe, go ahead, bring your Commanders jersey up because we're gonna talk about Eric Bieniemy right now. And everyone's probably looking at the title and like, what in the world is that right now? But if you are in any of these chats and you've heard Joe talk about how excited about his team is, you all know the song. I ain't never had nobody show me all the things that you done show me. So that's how you feel about Eric B. So we had to bring that title up, man. And I'm gonna let you start this one off, man. Joe, how
That
big
was
of
funny.
a
That was funny. That caught me on guard. I didn't know where he was going with that. All right. I caught me on guard.
how
But you
big
know,
of an
jersey is
impact?
in hand, man. And Cavo, we keeping the name. Chill out. All right.
Tell
But
him.
yeah, by the way, y'all, if you in the chat,
Joe,
I
Joe,
think
before
Cavo
you
played
go,
ball. Oh,
Oh, we got some breaking
breaking
news.
news.
what's going
The
on?
Suns plan to explore trade options involving DeAndre Ayton and Chris Paul.
Oh,
Oh
and
man,
DeAndre Ayton.
they a package deal. I know Aiden's sick.
Somebody there said, "Tay, what about Paul? Like, what about Ayton?" But yeah, if you want to refuse to lose chat, you would know that Kevo is a bigger Commander fan than I am. All right, he's a bigger Commander fan than I am. He posts more Commander clips than I do. But anyways, Eric Bieniemy is going to be a huge impact in our organization. Y'all gotta realize, Daniel Snyder was our biggest problem. I know we've been a laughing stock in the NFC East. Shoot, part of the whole NFL. Do y'all know that Daniel Snyder's tenure with the Commanders / Redskins, sorry if I offend anybody, is the same amount of time we've been a franchise without. I'm not saying in the same time without Daniel Snyder. So he's equally had the franchise with and without, right?
Hmm.
We won more Super Bowls than this dude won more playoff games. That just tell you he's the problem. He's the problem. He's going down. Airbnb comes in the right time, and he is teaching perfection. That's what great coaches do. He is setting the foundation of a winning culture, and that's what my man Mike Brown did with Sacramento. I'm telling you, Eric Bieniemy is reminding me of Mike Brown with Sacramento. He is demanding perfection from everybody. The language is much better. It's more complicated because the offense is much better. I can't wait. I don't want to rap too much about it, but it's gonna be a huge impact. I already said it's gonna be a play. Tell them about the enemy and their child using your player. What each one your baby, the Sean McCoy, who still crying because he couldn't hold a football with the Chiefs. He got let go. My man still salty. He couldn't get a job. Went to go be an analyst. Shout out to LaShawn McCoy. That's my guy today. But shout out to the Commanders. We gonna be here, y'all. I already said gonna be a playoff team. That's a given. That's not a given, but we're gonna be a playoff team. But I got more bold takes down the road when we talk about the NFL.
He said ask
Wow.
Dave, so we gonna ask Dave.
That's Mike Singletary. Come on now. That no, nah. What success did Mike Singletary have as a coach?
He get that clip.
Please tell
That
me.
clip. That was very successful.
Nah, I don't care about that. What success he had as a coach before coming to San Francisco? None. He has some as a player, but not as a coach. I don't want to hear that. But I think his impact on the offense will be good, but it all depends on what to expect from Sam Howell. I think that's where the biggest impact is going to come from. What is Sam Howell going to be this season? Is he going to be? I mean, this is pretty much his rookie year. He only played the last game of the season last year, in a game where it was kind of sort of meaningless to the Commanders, but not to the Cowboys. And he won that game. He played pretty well. But this is a brand new offense that's being brought there. Who knows what's going to happen? I think it's
That's
going to
right.
help out, but it all depends. Like I said, it just depends on what's going to happen to Sam Howell. I think he will be okay. I mean, like I said, I've only seen him one game. I haven't really seen him in any preseason games that I paid attention to last year. So I just want to see what's going to happen. I think the offense is going to be good as far as like the receivers and everyone else. I think the weaponry is what he needs. I don't think Sam Howell needs much. May need to help him out with the offensive line, but they addressed that in the offseason. So that's good. One of his tight ends are out though for the rest of the year, so that's something that hurts them. But I mean, like I said, it all depends on what's going to happen to Sam Howell. So it's for me is yet to be known. I mean, Joe, this is your team, so you might know a little bit more than me. And then what you're seeing in practice and OTAs, so you probably know more than me. But I just want to see what Sam Howell's going to do. So I think it's yet to be determined what his impact is really going to be. I think it could be great depending on Sam Howell, but who knows? It could be bad depending on Sam Howell. So it's yet to be seen.
Can't wait.
Bart Scott said that they got sent home the next day, but he was a running back coach. Then he became an offensive coordinator. Waters Washington. I mean, the NFC East is just known for having dogs at running back. Well, we've had some dogs come in and out of the division, and then you all are known for like sticking to the run game when it works, i.e., that 50 attempt game shot heads off to Philly, couldn't stop the run, but that's his track record, man. His track record has always been in like a good run game and then just scheming up great offensive schemes. And if we go back to just what he did with the Chiefs, just look at how it was a week-to-week situation. He always played it based upon his matchups. It's very rare that you see football coaches do that, even though they have a full week to prepare for another team. It's very rare that they really match up. I mean, they switch their scheme to match their opponent sometimes. Like in NBA, you think like Eric Spoelstra, what we got going on with the finals, where it's always chess moves. Like sometimes in the NFL, coaches they got a lot of ego. They be like, well, if this works, then this is what we're going to run, and they just going to have to stop it. With Eric Bieniemy, he's more so like, okay, I'm gonna throw a wrinkle in. I seen this work. I seen Jacksonville beat them with this, so I'm gonna throw this in just to throw them off. Or I seen this happen maybe in a preseason game. Maybe it was the 14th play in the preseason, and he just does that. But and also his track record outside of Shady McCoy. I haven't really heard so many people say bad stuff about Eric B. And just looking at the clips that Joe put in the chat, like he said, that's why the title is the title. He looks like he's a personable guy. Like he's really getting down and dirty with the players. And just me talking about, I'm about to have a Kev moment. Looking what Dan Quinn did with the Dallas defense, how he just got down on the field and he's like, look, this is how you need to be in the 3 technique. This is how you do the 2 technique. And like he'll line up with the player, knowing he's gonna get killed, but he'll be like, this is what you need to be doing. And that changes the mindset, and that also changes the culture. Outside of Dan Snyder selling the team, you could just start see the culture shifting just a little bit. The atmosphere, the air is dirty right now outside, but the atmosphere down in Ashburn, I don't really know what it looks like, but in that training facility, it looked like it's getting a little clear. What Mike Epps say, you could taste the air.
Let's go, man. Can't wait.
Hey, Eric B, paid in full.
We'll see. We'll see. I can't wait to see how it's going to work out either.
But
thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.